Cradles of civilization, the Indus and Yellow River valleys. The ancient Indian civilization that is called Indus Valley Civilization emerged around 3300 BCE in the fertile plains of the Indus River. This mighty river, originating in the Himalayas, provided lifeblood to the civilization. Similarly, the ancient Chinese civilization arose around 2100 BCE along the Yellow River. This river, known as China's sorrow for its devastating floods, nurtured the growth of Chinese society. Both civilizations flourished in these river valleys, relying on the annual floods for fertile silt deposits to cultivate crops and sustain their populations. These rivers acted as arteries, facilitating trade and communication within each civilization. The ancient Indian civilization that is called Indus Valley Civilization, known for its urban planning and advanced drainage systems, extended across modern-day India and Pakistan. Its people engaged in extensive trade with Mesopotamia, as evidenced by the discovery of Indus seals in Mesopotamian cities. Meanwhile, the ancient Chinese civilization developed around the Yellow River basin. It was characterized by its early adoption of agriculture, particularly the cultivation of millet and later rice. The Yellow River's unpredictable nature shaped the Chinese worldview, emphasizing the need for social order and strong leadership to mitigate the effects of floods. The Indus people, skilled in crafts and trade, navigated the waterways of the Indus and beyond. They established trading networks with distant lands, exchanging goods and ideas. The Chinese, on the other hand, focused on developing a centralized state under the Xia dynasty, the first in Chinese history. This early emphasis on centralized governance would leave a lasting impact on the trajectory of Chinese civilization. Both civilizations, though geographically distant, laid the foundation for the rich and diverse cultures that would define Asia for millennia to come. Cities of brick and bronze urban planning in ancient India and China. The Indus cities, such as Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, were marvels of urban planning. They featured grid-like street layouts, sophisticated drainage systems, and public baths. Houses were constructed with standardized bricks, highlighting a remarkable level of social organization and engineering prowess. In contrast, early Chinese cities like Anyang, the capital of the Shang dynasty, showcased a hierarchical urban structure. The city was centered around palatial complexes and royal tombs, signifying the importance of centralized authority. Mohenjo-daro, meaning Mound of the Dead, was a bustling metropolis, with a population estimated at over 40,000. The city's advanced drainage system, with drains running alongside streets and into covered sewers, reflected a concern for hygiene and sanitation. Harappa, another major Indus city, boasted a massive granary, indicating an organized system of food storage and distribution. These cities stand as testaments to the ingenuity and planning capabilities of the Indus people. In contrast to the standardized housing in Indus cities, Anyang exhibited a clear distinction between elite and commoner residences. The discovery of elaborate bronze vessels and jade artifacts in royal tombs at Anyang points towards a society with a clear social hierarchy and a focus on ancestor worship. The differences in urban planning between Indus and early Chinese cities reflect the divergent social structures and priorities of these two ancient civilizations. While the Indus people prioritized egalitarianism and civic amenities, the Chinese emphasized centralized authority and social hierarchy. Reverence and ritual. Religious practices in two ancient worlds. The religious beliefs of the Indus people remain shrouded in mystery due to the undeciphered nature of their script. However, archaeological evidence suggests a reverence for nature, with depictions of animals, trees, and water deities found on seals and pottery. Some scholars speculate about the worship of a mother goddess figure, symbolizing fertility and abundance. This emphasis on nature aligns with the Indus people's reliance on the Indus River and their agricultural practices. In contrast, ancestor worship played a central role in ancient Chinese religion. The Chinese believed that spirits of deceased ancestors could influence the living and needed to be appeased through rituals and offerings. Oracle bones, used for divination, provide insights into Shang dynasty beliefs and practices related to ancestor veneration. The king, seen as an intermediary between the human and spirit worlds, played a crucial role in these rituals. The reverence for nature in the Indus Valley suggests a belief system closely tied to the natural world and its cycles. The presence of fire altars in Mohenjo-daro indicates the performance of fire rituals, possibly linked to agricultural cycles or fertility cults. In China, the emphasis on ancestor worship solidified social hierarchies and reinforced the authority of the ruling elite. The king's role as the supreme priest in ancestor worship ceremonies solidified his power and legitimized his rule. Mysteries of script writing systems of ancient India and China. The Indus Valley Civilization developed a writing system that remains undeciphered to this day. Inscriptions found on seals, pottery, and other artifacts consist of pictographic and abstract symbols. Despite numerous attempts, scholars have yet to unlock the secrets of this ancient script. The lack of bilingual texts, or Rosetta Stone equivalent, has hindered decipherment efforts. The Indus script stands as one of the most enduring mysteries in archaeology. In contrast, the ancient Chinese writing system, which emerged during the Shang dynasty, is well understood. The earliest examples, found on oracle bones, evolved over centuries into the modern Chinese script. The Chinese writing system is logographic, meaning each character represents a word or concept. This system fostered unity and cultural cohesion across vast regions of China. The Indus script, with its enigmatic symbols, continues to intrigue scholars. Some believe it represents a Dravidian language, while others propose connections to other ancient scripts. The discovery of longer inscriptions could hold the key to unlocking its mysteries. The Chinese writing system, on the other hand, played a pivotal role in unifying the Chinese people and transmitting knowledge across generations. Its logographic nature allowed people across different spoken dialects to communicate effectively, contributing to the longevity and influence of Chinese civilization. Section 5. Trade winds and state control. Economies of ancient India and China. The Indus Valley Civilization engaged in extensive maritime trade with Mesopotamia. Evidence suggests that they exported textiles, pottery, and precious stones in exchange for copper, tin, and other raw materials. The discovery of Indus seals in Mesopotamian cities underscores the reach of their trading networks. This maritime trade brought prosperity to the Indus cities and facilitated cultural exchange. Ancient China, under the Shang and Zhou dynasties, developed a more centralized and state-controlled economy. The government controlled key resources, such as bronze and salt, and regulated trade. Agriculture, particularly the cultivation of millet and rice, formed the backbone of the Chinese economy. Large-scale irrigation projects and the use of bronze tools increased agricultural productivity. The Indus people's entrepreneurial spirit and seafaring skills allowed them to establish trade relations with distant civilizations. Their trade networks extended across the Arabian Sea, reaching Mesopotamia and possibly Egypt. The discovery of Indus artifacts in these regions testifies to the vibrancy of their trade. In contrast, the Chinese government's control over key resources and trade ensured stability and facilitated large-scale public works projects. The construction of canals and irrigation systems boosted agricultural output and supported a growing population. Section 6. Echoes of the Indus continuity of ancient practices in modern India. While the Indus Valley Civilization declined around 1900 BCE, its legacy lives on in modern India. The practice of yoga, with its roots in ancient Indian philosophy, has gained global popularity. The use of natural remedies and traditional medicine, such as Ayurveda, continues to thrive in India. The reverence for nature, evident in the Indus Valley's religious practices, finds resonance in the environmental consciousness of many Indians today. The grid-like street layouts of some Indian cities, though not directly inherited from the Indus, reflect a tradition of urban planning. The concept of communal harmony, central to Indian society, resonates with the apparent lack of monumental palaces or temples in Indus cities, suggesting an egalitarian ethos. The respect for elders, deeply ingrained in Indian culture, echoes the importance of ancestors in ancient Indian beliefs. The Indus Valley's emphasis on hygiene and sanitation finds a parallel in modern India's Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, a nationwide cleanliness campaign. The use of terracotta jewelry and pottery, reminiscent of Indus Valley crafts, persists in rural India. The continuity of these practices highlights the enduring influence of ancient traditions on modern Indian society. Ancient India exerted a profound cultural influence on China, primarily through the spread of Buddhism. Buddhism, founded by Siddhartha Gautama in the 6th century BCE, reached China via the Silk Road. Chinese pilgrims, such as Faxian and Xuanzang, traveled to India to study Buddhist scriptures and brought back Buddhist texts and relics. Buddhism flourished in China, adapting to Chinese culture and becoming one of the country's major religions. Beyond religion, Indian philosophy, particularly the concept of dharma, influenced Chinese thought. Dharma, emphasizing duty, righteousness, and cosmic order, resonated with Confucian ethics. Indian mathematics, including the decimal system and the concept of zero, made its way to China, influencing Chinese mathematical development. Indian literature, such as the Jataka tales, spread to China and inspired Chinese Buddhist art and storytelling. The exchange of ideas between India and China enriched both civilizations, fostering intellectual and artistic growth. The transmission of Buddhism and other elements of Indian culture along the Silk Road exemplifies the interconnectedness of ancient societies. Section 8. Two Titans of Time: The Unique Legacies of Ancient India and China. Ancient India and China, though geographically distant, developed distinct yet equally remarkable civilizations. The Indus Valley Civilization, with its advanced urban planning, enigmatic script, and emphasis on trade, left an indelible mark on the Indian subcontinent. Its legacy lives on in modern India's cultural practices, spiritual beliefs, and societal values. Ancient China, known for its centralized state, ancestor worship, logographic writing system, and contributions to philosophy, technology, and art, has shaped East Asian civilization for millennia. The early development of a centralized state and a unified writing system contributed to China's stability and cultural cohesion. The Indus Valley Civilization's emphasis on trade and cultural exchange fostered a cosmopolitan outlook, while ancient China's focus on internal unity and centralized governance shaped its unique trajectory. Both civilizations, with their distinctive characteristics and contributions, have left an enduring legacy on the world. Section 9. India, a wellspring of culture. Throughout history, India has served as a wellspring of culture, its ideas and practices flowing outwards and enriching other civilizations. From the spread of Buddhism to Southeast Asia, to the influence of yoga and Ayurveda on the West, India's cultural impact has been profound and far-reaching. The ancient wisdom enshrined in its scriptures, the intricate beauty of its art and architecture, and the profound insights of its philosophical traditions continue to inspire and captivate people around the globe. India's role as a cultural exporter stems from its ability to absorb and synthesize diverse influences, creating a rich tapestry of traditions and beliefs. From the ancient Indus Valley Civilization to the Mughal era, India has embraced cultural exchange, enriching its own heritage while sharing its knowledge and creativity with the world. The enduring appeal of Indian culture lies in its emphasis on spirituality, its celebration of diversity, and its timeless wisdom. As the world becomes increasingly interconnected, India's role as a cultural bridge, connecting East and West, ancient and modern, assumes even greater significance.